Director of Priests for Life, bringing you my daily diary segment to cover Thursday, July 7th, Friday the 8th, Saturday the 9th, and Sunday, July 10th of 2022. So what happened in these 4 days? Well, on Thursday the 7th, I was here at the office, got up early, did mass for taping for broadcast a little bit later in the morning, connected with my administrative team by phone, had a quick breakfast, went on to the radio at 8:15 a.m. for a 15-minute interview. At 8:30, went right into the staff briefing, oriented the staff for the day. At 9 o'clock, had a meeting with our studio team about video productions in our studio. At 9:45, met with our executive team about the upcoming pastoral team meetings when we bring our whole team together for detailed updating and planning. Had that meeting, stopped back at my desk, was working on various emails early in the morning based on an upcoming trip to Baltimore to do a special mass for a pro-life leader who's being received into the church. Election activities update for our supporters, reviewing material for a new brochure about the Dobbs case, approving one of our mini catalogs that promotes our products, approving an article to go into some papers, approving emails going out and writing the note from the pastoral director that goes out to all our leaders of Rachel's Vineyard and Silent No More. 11 a.m., a photographer from the New York Times came by, and we spent about an hour, actually. He was taking various photos of me and of our in different places here in our facility for an upcoming article that they are doing involving me, and then went right into the TV studio and taped a live segment, or actually no, a taped segment for the Jenna Ellis show. Jenna has been one of the attorneys for President Trump, and then came back to my desk, continued working on emails of the topics that I was mentioning, and then it went back into the studio for a 3:45 hour-long interview with Senator Jason Rapert from Arkansas, and we were talking about the Dobbs case and the pro-life movement. Did that interview, came back to my desk for more work, quick dinner, and then at 8 p.m. went back into the studio, did the live program for our Praying for America show on Right Side Broadcasting Network. So that brought the day to a conclusion. Friday, July the 8th. Got up very early because I was picked up at 4 in the morning to go to the airport. On my way to the Orlando airport, I was working on my laptop on a number of different things. Had to send out that note from the pastoral director for Rachel's Vineyard and Silent No More, working on some reports of upcoming and ongoing legislation, pro-life legislation, that's taking effect in various places. Got to the airport, checked in for my flight, continued working on upcoming trips, video clips getting approved for broadcast, approving the Stand True e-letter, that's our youth outreach ministry, getting ready for a seminar called The Law of Life that I'll be helping to present on an upcoming trip, getting ready for the 115 Forum, meeting of national pro-life leaders that we coordinate, preparing for a studio planning meeting with our production team, and all of this. Then, of course, I got on the plane, and it was a flight out to California for a conference, a Divine Mercy conference. So I had a lot of good time to work on the plane on these various things that we're talking about. Endorsements for candidates that are asking my endorsement, a fax to go out to all the parishes. Let's see, a message for one of our local Republican clubs, working on promotion of the embryoscopy video footage of the unborn child that we promote all the time, approving the e-letter for Silent No More, arranging for a special prayer call for pro-lifers in Michigan that want me to address them, preparing for conversations with our our general counsel about the Dobbs case and delving into it more deeply and communicating about better organization of our large supply of video footage from the past so that our team can access it more readily. So those are some of the topics of the emails I was working on the plane. Got out to California and was picked up by someone who's been a friend for many years and has worked in Hollywood production and is an expert at all that kind of thing. And we had lunch with him and with some pro-life workers there locally in the pregnancy center movement. We had an extended lunch together at a restaurant that was near the airport, and we did a lot of strategizing and planning and updating. From there, a volunteer picked me up to bring me over to the hotel about an hour away, where in Temecula, where the conference was going to be taking place, and communicated in the meanwhile with my office and others that I had to touch base on. This was in the mid to late afternoon. We had that ride, checked into the hotel, had dinner with a priest who has been in contact with our ministry over a long period of time and does a lot of great pro-life work, Father Allen, and we had dinner together and did a lot of planning and strategizing as well and catching up. That was Saturday night, Friday night, July the 8th. Saturday, July 9th was the day of the conference, and it was nonstop from morning to night, greeting the people that were there, some 800 people, all enthusiastic fans of our ministry. And so what happened was I got an early breakfast by myself at the hotel, and then once I was picked up to go to the conference, it was nonstop throughout the day. People greeting me, having photos. I was signing books. We had a literature table there. I gave my talk, an hour-long talk. And it was just greeting one person after another in between while the other talks were going on, and also in between those talks and being at my literature table, answering people's questions, giving them materials. It was really a beautiful nonstop day of doing that. At the conclusion of the day, we had Mass, so I celebrated the Mass there at the conference. And then was taken back to the hotel, was there for about a half hour, and then was picked up again for a dinner of pro-life leaders and supporters of the conference, supporters of Priests for Life. And we had a very nice dinner at an Italian restaurant where we all caught up with one another and caught up with what was going on within the pro-life movement. So that brought Saturday to a close. Sunday morning, got up early, connected with our executive director by phone and did an update, caught up on some emails, and then was picked up about 9:30 to be driven about an hour to the airport, Ontario Airport, picked up my flight to come back to the East Coast. I had to fly to Atlanta. I did some emails on the plane. I had to get some notes ready for the taping of a special program for EWTN about the Dobbs case that we're going to tape right here at our office. So I finalized some notes for that particular show, sent them off to our executive director, did some reading and also resting on the plane. It was a very exhausting day. Saturday, as I mentioned at the conference, so I rested on the plane, got to Atlanta, switched planes, flew to Orlando. By that time, it was kind of late in the evening, so I caught a little bit of sleep on the plane, and then was driven back to my headquarters, got here about midnight, and went to bed. That was Sunday, July the 10th. So, thanks for watching these daily diary updates. I hope you are encouraged as we all continue to work together to bring an end to abortion. God bless. We'll talk to you.